Welcome back class. Since we understood what is chemical reaction, now let us understand what is chemical equation. It is very important to know what is chemical equation. Now, chemical equation is nothing but, let me give a very simple example, sir. Let me give you a very simple example. Now, I gave simple example, what sugar plus water, I got solution. Yes or no? Yes, I got this solution. Now, writing this in the form of chemical equation or writing in the form of symbols, a symbolic representation, because in scientific world this name doesn't have any value. All we have values for is our symbols, which are already defined, which we have learnt in periodic classification. For example, for oxygen, what is the symbol, sir? Oxygen O. For carbon, C. For hydrogen, H. Similarly, for every element in chemical we have an representation. Similarly, for sugar we call it as C6 H12 O2 plus what is water? H2O. What do we get? C6 H14 O7. This is a sugar solution, okay, which called as malt. Which this is not included in your syllabus, but I am just teaching for an example. Now, what do here the example is given, magnesium plus oxygen. The things which we are adding both are called as reactants. For what are on the left hand side? Reactant, what are, sir? This both react. Example, magnesium reacts plus oxygen reacts and we get magnesium oxide. What are on the left hand side are called as reactants. What are on the, by mixing this both, or what we get are called as product. Same like in numbers, 2 cross 3 we get as 6. This is called our product. When we multiply 2 with 3 we get 6. Similarly in chemistry, when we are adding two chemical compounds, for example, I am adding carbon with oxygen, I get CO2, right? These are called as reactant, which are written on the left hand side. LHS are called as reactants, which are written on the RHS are called as product. So in RHS we write product, in LHS we write reactants. When we add this both the reactants we get an product. Now let me explain magnesium oxide. Okay, when I am adding magnesium plus oxygen we get as magnesium oxide. Did you understand? Thus chemical equation is nothing but simple. Let me depict, right? Writing and symbolical representation, writing symbolic representation of any reaction is called equation. Yes or no, sir? We write equations like this only, right? We write equations like this only, right? For example, what is mathematical equation? Writing anything in the form of standard representation. Similarly, in chemical equation, a standard representation is called as chemical equation, a standard representation. Let me give one more example and simple assignment. Now I will give you, let me consider like a simple thing, copper plus oxygen, I will get cupric oxide. Write the chemical equation for this. Write the chemical equation for this. This isn't your small assignment. I have given the perfect name. You have to solve it. Did you get? Yes. Now, in chemical equations, there are two forms. One is balanced, one is unbalanced. Now, what is balanced? Sir, it is confusing. What is balanced? What is unbalanced? Let not get confused. In chemical equation, there are two types. One is unbalanced. One is balanced. Sir, what is unbalanced? What is balanced? Let me explain you in a very simpler format. Sir, what is unbalanced? Means when, if the number of atoms in each element in the reactant is not equal to the atoms element in the product, then it is equals to, then this equation is called unbalanced. So this is very complex. Sir, I am not able to get. It's really fine. Let me explain you in a very simpler manner. Okay, now let me explain like this. Mg plus O2, here my friend has missed O2, Mg O2 Mg 2. Okay, MgO. Sir, यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है sir? Let me clearly say you. How many magnesium atoms we have here? How many oxygen atoms we have? 2. Here how many magnesium? 1. How many oxygen here? 1. Sir, here 1 plus 1 only 2 atoms. Here 1 plus 2 3 atoms. How is it possible? We are adding 3 atoms and we are getting only 2. Is this possible? No, this is not balanced. That I am adding 3 atoms, I should get 3 atoms. If I am adding 2, I should get 2 atoms. But I am adding here 3, but I am just getting 2. Sir, it's really not fair. So this is called our unbalanced equation, a equation in which the product side and the oxygen side is not same. I will give you one more example. Let us understand this more clearly. For example, C plus O2, I am getting carbon monoxide. This is what we get in carbon monoxide when we burn. Sir, have you ever seen people smoking cigarette? Yeah, the smell is not that good because of carbon monoxide. Cigarette releases carbon monoxide. Yes sir. Now let us count here again. Sir, how many numbers of elements we have here? 1 carbon, 2 oxygens. Here sir, in the product side, 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. It is balanced. Is it balanced? Here total we are getting 3 elements. Here total we are getting 2. Whether is it balanced? No, it's not balanced. 3 is not equals to 2. 3 is not equals to 2. Hence this sort of equations are called as unbalanced equation. We have understood what are unbalanced chemical equation. Now it's time to understand what are balanced chemical equation. Let me give you a simple example, sir. Let me give you a simple example of same magnesium plus O2, which gives me MgO, but here I am adding 2. Here how many we have? 2 magnesium and 2 oxygen. Here what we have? 2, because 2 into Mg, 2 Mg, and 2 into oxygen, 2 oxygen. how many we have here? 4, sir. Here also 4. Yeah, it's equal. 4 is equals to 4. Simple. The definition is as follows. Now let me explain. The balanced chemical equation, its definition is as follows. If the number of atom elements in the reactant is equal to the number of atom each present in the product side, then it is called as balanced chemical equation. We understood an example, sir. 2 Mg plus 2 O2, here 2 MgO2, 2 magnesiums, 2 oxygens, here 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen, 4, and here also 4. That means both in the LHS and the RHS the elements are equal. Here let us understand now for zinc. How many, sir? How many atoms for zinc? 2 zinc atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms, and 4 oxygen, 1 sulfur. Sir, here 2 zinc, 1 hydrogen, sulfur, sorry, then 4 oxygens. Are you able to see it? 4 oxygens and 2 hydrogen. Let us compare, sir. 2 zinc, let us compare here. So 2 zinc, 2 zinc, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 4 oxygen, 4 oxygen, 1, it's balanced. Are you able to see? Simple is if the number of atom in each element in the reactant is equals to the number of atom in the product. It should have equal number of elements in the product and in the product. But since we have both the type of equation, we have both the type of equations. One is balanced, where LHS is equals to RHS. One is unbalanced, he is a bad guy, where LHS is not equal to RHS. Sir, but this is not accepted. That is not accepted. Do you accept, for example, you are giving some person 3 rupees, he is returning you back 2 rupees. Do you agree? No, you say no, I don't agree, I don't take. Whereas some person is giving, you are giving 3 rupees and he is giving you back 3 rupees, you take, yes, I am ready to take it. So this sort of equations are not accepted. Unbalanced equations are not accepted. So there is a process called as balancing equation. There is a process called as balancing equations, where in this process we convert an unbalanced to an balanced equation, unbalanced to an balanced equation. Like simple example, my friend is not, I have given him 3 rupees but he is giving me 2 rupees. What I do? I scold him, I warn him, then he gives me 3 on 3. This scolding and warning is a process, right? Making him fear that I will complain his parents. The same, this equation balancing, same, by applying this balancing equation method, we balance an equation. Now let us understand what is an chemical balancing. Chemical balancing, there are various steps, we will understand step by step. Did you get it till now? Yes, sir. Balancing the equation. Now I have taken, it's a rough structure has been given. Now I will write down the exact equation. Fe2 Fe plus H2O gives rise to Fe3 plus H2. Before doing anything, let us count first. How many number of elements? 1 ferrous, sir, 2 oxygen and 1 hydrogen. Ferrous, hydrogen, oxygen. Here 3 ferrous, already it's unbalanced. No, it's an unbalanced equation. So to balance, there is a step-by-step process which is given in your NCERT book. We are gonna follow it as same. First, draw a box. It's very important to draw a box. He's saying get a box. Okay, sir, what sort of box he is expecting from us? Draw a box of all the elements: ferrous, hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, let me write it clearly. Let us not cause any misunderstandings. Ferrous. Now let us draw a box. Write down all the elements. Let us draw a box. Are you able to see it? Have an opportunity. Did you get it? Now, how many we have in the product side? Let us write down. Now, let us write down here. How many elements we have in product side? And RHS, that is reactant. This reactant. This is our product. This is our reactant. Product, reactant. Yes or no? RHS, LHS. Are you able to get? First step is writing down how many elements we have. Now, how many? 1 ferrous. Here 3 ferrous. Here hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Here 2 hydrogen. Sir, it's already balanced. It's fine. 1 oxygen, single guy. Here 4 oxygen. Is it balanced? No, sir, it's not balanced. Neither this is balanced. This is balanced. Neither this is balanced. First step is done. Right, drawing this box. In this box, we write all the elements first. First is ferrous, second is hydrogen, third is oxygen. In the next step, let us understand. Find out the number of atoms in each element. Like how did we find, sir? The second step we did in the first step. Now what did we do? Find out the number of. Didn't we do this? Doing this here? Yes. Yes, let us understand. Yes, we have understood the second step. The same thing, 1 ferrous. What did we write? 1 ferrous, hydrogen, oxygen. How many elements we had? Same way how we drawed here. Yes, how many elements we had? In LHS, RHS, how many elements we had? Let us do 1. We had here 2. We had here 1. Here, see, it's given 3, 2, and 4. Did we understand? This is the second step. Ready. Now, the next step is start to balance having maximum number of atom. Which has the maximum number of atom in this equation, sir? which has the maximum number of atoms in this our equation? Here, let us understand. This guy, because 4 plus 1, 5. Let us balance him. In RHS we have 4 elements. Yes or no? In RHS we have 4 elements. So we need 4 elements here also. Yes or no? Yes, we need 4 elements here also. So how to multiply 1? How to make 1 as 4? 1 as 4. Simple. Let us make this O2, which is O, example. Let me not take O2, it will again cause a confusion, which is 1, which is 1 in the LHS and which is 4 in RHS. How to make this 1 as 4? Just multiply by 4. Just multiply by 4. Now what will be the equation we are getting? Fe plus H2 plus H2O. We are multiplying 4. Now what we are getting? Fe3O4 plus H2. Did we balance? Step 1 is step 3 done. Step 3, this is step 3, isn't it done? Yeah, we are making, this was 4, we just multiply and make it 4. Yes or no? Yes. For what is the next element we have? What is the next element we have? We have next is ferrous. Again, to make ferrous as, let us make now the, after step 3 we have Fe plus 4H2O, we get Fe3O4 plus H2. Now how much we have? Here 3, make it here also 3, so we get 3Fe plus 4H2O. Now Fe3 plus O4 plus H2. How many elements? 3. This is 4, 4, perfect. What is imbalanced here? This has become 8. Just add it here. Now let us understand. Sir, are you able to see? Now after balancing the equation, we have balanced it here. This is step 3 and this is step 4. After balancing, let us check the correctness of it. It's very important, right? What we have did is right or wrong. What did we do? Fe3 plus 4H2O, which gave rise to, what did we get, sir? Yeah, Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Now let us perform our work. 3 ferrous atoms, 4 oxygen atoms, 8 hydrogen atoms. Here 3 ferrous atoms, 4 oxygen atoms, okay, and 8 hydrogen atoms. Sir, is it right? Let us analyze. 3, 3, perfect. 4, 4, perfect. 8, 8, perfect. This gives a balanced equation. Initially, what did we had? See, we had this equation which is unbalanced. At last, what did we get? An equation which is balanced. A last step is missing. We have to understand. After balancing the equation, we have to rate which state it is. Which state it is. Either what are the 3 states present in chemistry? What are 3 states, guys? Solid, liquid, or gaseous. Liquid is also called as aqueous. Okay? Yeah. So let me 3 Fe plus 4H2O this gives rise to Fe3O4 plus H square. Now Fe, it's iron, it's solid. S means solid. H2, what is H2? Aqua, liquid. Okay, Fe3O4, this is solid. Yes, again solid. This is what is just hydrogen, it's an gas. This is solid, aqueous, solid, gas. Did you understand?
Yes!
Yes.